about the biting off more than I can chew. Thank you for confirmation. Oh, it was a set of 3 beautiful vintage drinking glasses. When I went to get my stuff, one was gone. That's what I kept on hearing about, something like something happened to it. I know it's a small thing. I've been furious. Yeah. Oh, I'm trying to help someone at work cope without being emotional. Okay. So that's what I meant too about helping them. Like, thank you for confirming, Kath. Like, letting it become an actionable plan, right? Rather than articulating about the frustration is everything I kept on seeing. I had to write it in the comments. I agree. I need that to preserve my sanity. I was almost out of my wits last time. Good advice. I'll take note of that. I came through and realized how to deal with that demanding client. Agree. You're spot on about the hands on deck. You said it exactly as it was. Thank you for confirmation, Kath. You're so welcome, Kath. All right, and let that serve as confirmation about the fact that you're moving in the right direction. Hi, Erica. Good to see you today. All right, we're doing a general right now for dragons. Can I get 3 cards for dragons, please? General. You know, it's funny because like as soon as I started reading for you, um, my like throat chakra started like closing up to a certain extent. Um, make sure that you're communicating how you feel about something, you know? Make sure you're giving voice to it. Um, and I keep on hearing like the same message, which is to say that, you know, I keep on identifying like there's some kind of tendency here. Um, I keep on hearing holding on to something that bothers the self without communicating upon it. Um, I keep on hearing this is how it begins, right? Um, you know, make sure make sure that you're communicating. I keep on hearing make sure that you're communicating your feelings, but I'm also seeing make sure that you're communicating your feelings in a way like your feelings are not a burden. Like, so long as you're bringing with them your prescriptions, you know, like your emotions are not a burden. Um, so long as there's something very practical that can be done to make you feel better about something. And I feel like it's interesting because I feel like this is also you kind of like I feel like this is you kind of dealing with another person's fickleness in some way. You know, this is why fickleness is so damaging, right? Because like I'm just I'm gonna tell you a few things that I'm seeing that are coming up. I'll put it this way. Um, the reason that it can be very damaging when we see another person being fickle is sometimes we're not inclined to like talk about it because it's better to see, you know? Um, but and this is why I keep on hearing that you have to kind of walk like I feel like you have to kind of walk a fine line on something right now, is what I'm getting. And I feel like I keep on hearing a healthy manifestation is one that is mutually shared. A healthy manifestation is one that is mutually shared. And this is why when we see someone that is being fickle as they move towards manifestation goals, it can make us stop trusting them, right? It can give us pause because that ability of doing so, um, I see some kind of situation where you've been burned before, and it almost feels I keep on hearing, it has to do with the prioritization point of energetic connections, which is, and I keep on hearing this. This is why often those who have like a fear of missing out end up missing everything, because those who have like a fear of missing out are often interpreted by others as being energetically fickle. And then in the midst of them being fickle, like it's like here's the thing, like we often don't want to have conversations with someone in terms of saying to another person, hey, like I feel like your priorities aren't straight. We often just come into the space of observing another and letting that note sink in. Um, I feel like I'm telling you all of this to reinforce and help you with something that you're seeing, you know? Like it's hard because I almost feel like you were moving towards something with a sense of excitement, and you've seen something that occurred that's giving you some kind of point of pause. But that's why I keep on hearing, if this is why they're saying that these are the reasons, because, and I just keep on hearing, a healthy manifestation goal is one that is mutually shared. It's the clarity in all things that allows everything to be possible. Um, and also that recognition point of like when someone's not being clear with you, it shouldn't be your responsibility to try to track someone down to get clear. You know what I mean? Like that is something that I keep on hearing, we often build into the context of recognizing, you know, who holds us preciously by how they work to make sure that they're being energetically authentic and clear with us. So I feel like this is a message from your guides that says, like, trust your instinct, trust your intuition. And, as it relates to talking about um, something that, like, talking about something that's been bothering you, um, I keep on hearing you can learn a lot. You know, if somebody did something that doesn't make sense, um, then you can usually, I keep on hearing, don't jump to. I keep on hearing it's interesting. It's like a very fine line that I'm reading on for right now, because it's saying don't jump to conclusions, but trust your instinct, which is to say you can observe. Like it almost says, like, pay attention to see if something happens again, is what I keep on seeing, because I keep on hearing the first time is a mistake and the second time is a lesson, which is to say the first time that something happens, like maybe there was some kind of experience where something got, like someone had their wires crossed with you. But the second time will clarify to you if that's something that feels like it's a consistent habit, right? Bottom of the deck. Yeah, especially with the two of swords in its reversal, you know? I keep on hearing trust is earned. It's not demanded. And what we observe in another fortifies whether another deserves our trust, is all I keep on hearing. What we observe in another fortifies whether they deserve our trust. It's not what they, it's like, it's not the articulation. I keep on hearing it's not the articulation of what someone says. It's whether they embody, right? Whether they embody the conditions by which what they are articulating, they're moving towards. So make sure that someone just isn't giving you lip service. Make sure someone's not just saying something and doing something completely counterintuitive to what it is they say that they want. Make sure that they're embodying their manifestations. And as long as you're doing so, like I keep on hearing, you don't need to tell someone if they're not embodying their manifestations. You can just observe whether that's the case, is what I keep on seeing. Like let them, like, it's, and I feel like this whole reading is like a re-encouragement to make sure that someone is like, healthy energy will prove to you, is like that they're worth the effort, is all I keep on hearing. Healthy energy will prove to you that they are worth the effort. Unhealthy energy will question and say you're being unreasonable as you walk away when their words don't match their actions. So, and I feel like this is heavy in the difference between you being able to determine the difference between fickle and pragmatic. And I keep on hearing, like, let the question be answered as to whether you feel like they are embodying their manifestations. So they're embodying what they're saying to you. So I keep on hearing the words should match the actions. Thank you so much. And I keep on hearing, you don't have to be vulnerable with someone if they're not doing that work. Healthy energy will get it. Thank you so much for having that reading with me, dragons. And if this message connected to you as well, it's very common that those that need these messages to be here to experience them. We are doing personal readings right now. If you would like to get on the list is open. It is 3 cards for a donation of $29 or more. 4 cards for a donation of $23 or more for my subscribers, links in my bio. Please keep in mind there are 2 things I don't read for across these apps, pregnancy and medical. Happy to give insight on anything in private readings, and you can book private readings on my site. Next person we are reading for today is, I've got here, we've got Miss Melissa. Miss Melissa, if you're here, can you respond in all caps? Let me know if you'd like a general reading or if you have a specific question you'd like me to answer. I'm also, if anyone else wants to get on the list right now, you will be the 3rd person read for. Great time to get on the list. We're also at 72.2K likes. When we get to 100K, I will be gifting a reading back to the collective. So make sure you're tapping that screen. We'll get to 100K in no time. All right. It's really interesting, dragons, because it almost feels like the reading, I just got to tell you, it feels like the reading is like somebody who's on thin ice with you. You know what I mean? There's something about the reading where it just feels like someone is on thin ice, but I feel like the reading itself is trying to give articulation as to why, right? It's like, I see you kind of questioning yourself and saying, like, am I bothered about something? And I feel like the guides were trying to say, like, this is why something is like this is why something is getting under your skin. I hope that helps. Thank you, dear. And thank you for getting on the list, Nicole. We've got 3 spots left for today. If you'd like to get on the list, 3 spots. It's like, you know, like, and that's the thing about it. Like, that's the thing. Like it was bothering me too. Like, it's giving me a little bit of energy of you seeing something and being like, you know, like, it's like that. Like, I keep on hearing, make sure the math is mathing, you know? All right. All right. Next person on the list. Hold on a minute. You're so welcome, Kath. Good to see you, Erica. Oh, there you go. That's the thing, because I'm not a big person on playing either. Nikki, thank you for getting on the list, dear. All right, we've got Nicole and Nikki. We've got 2 more spots today if anyone else would like to get on the list. Yeah, I am a lot like I'm also that way. Like I am someone who prefers to watch other people play. I get too stressed out. All right. Oh, they're still making those games. That's wild. He was moving house, so I'm hoping it's lost in the move. Oh dear. Oh, I hope so too. But I mean that sun card and its reversal. I'm learning to let go in many different ways of the glass and the photos, of course. I think that, I think that there's something really important that's coming through in the messages and connection to your things right now, Kay, which has to do with how those that we care about, how preciously they hold the things that matter to us. You know, I feel like there's something really important that's coming through in that. And I feel like there's something like almost allegorical in what's occurring in relationality to you articulating the meaning something has and how another person chooses to carry it. Bridget, thank you so much. You're so welcome, dragons. Hi, Melissa. Oh, Melissa's back. Good. Okay. Oh, we got Miss Melissa back. Okay, perfect. The Nicole is coming in clutch, as you always do. Excellent. I got you, Miss Melissa. I love this question. What does my highest self and spirit guides want me to accomplish and work to do this summer? Okay, I can read the list absolutely before we continue, and then I'll do Miss Melissa's reading. The list we have right now: Miss Melissa, Pamela, Nicole, and Nikki. And we've got two more spots today. If anyone else wants to get on the list, we're also at 72K likes. When we get to 100K, I will be gifting a reading back to the collective in the form of a random drawing. All right, can I please get 3 cards for Miss Melissa? Wow, that's a lot of pentacles. Stability, stability, stability. This feels like a summer of shoring stuff up. This feels like some kind of energy. Um, it's interesting too. I feel like I see you. It's interesting. I feel like there's some kind of situation around you that I see you putting a lot of concentration on a relationship. But the thing I keep on seeing in relationality to something here is it's like the relationship that helps you build security in the self is everything I keep on identifying. Like this really feels like a quality over quantity situation. Like there's something to be said here that like and I like this too because I kind of want to describe this. Like I feel like you've moved into some space where you really, really know who you are now, you know? And the thing that I'm identifying is like I feel like I see you in a space where you know who you are now. You know what's energetically important for you. But I keep on hearing you're surrounded by the detritus of the search to discover that person. Is all I keep on hearing. Like I see you being like incredibly, incredibly focused, incredibly centered. But like it's almost like there's something about that transformation of the self that you're looking around and being like, where did all this mess come from? And I keep on hearing it's like your guides are saying, like, oh, this is all the stuff that you accumulated on the search to find yourself, is what I keep on hearing. This is all the stuff that you accumulated on the search to find yourself. And that's why I feel like there's something about this that I see, like it almost feels like some kind of like healthy emotional purge, because I see you like lightening your load, if you will, right? I feel like almost see you like taking things and like being not having so much of a I keep on hearing not having so much of a physical attachment to things, because I keep on hearing you almost say like, oh yeah, that was important to me before I knew who I was. Is all I keep on hearing. No, 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 you can have that. That was important to me before I knew who I was. I know who I am now, so I'm not seeking that in, like I keep on hearing you say like I'm not seeking that so much in the things outside of the self. I'm not seeking it so much in what's around me. I'm looking specifically for what's within me. So I just keep on seeing that there's a lot of that work that you're doing. And I feel like the benefit of that is I feel like I see you kind of um like it almost, and I want to describe like this is what we mean. This is austerity, but it's austerity in the best way possible, because it's the austerity that how do I describe this? Um, the austerity of the self is one that I feel like your prioritization point is not, and I see this in your relationships too. Like I just see some kind of relationships where you're not working towards having to like constantly prove to yourself or prove to another person like what they mean to you, you know? Like I almost hear you saying and having a conversation with someone saying, if I have to constantly prove to you that you mean something to me, then then that's not like it doesn't allow for something that's stable, because I keep on hearing an energetic healthy relationship should not be one that feels like one is perpetually demanding proof that it exists, is what I keep on hearing. It should just be one that you know like it's the appreciation of something that says, and we all, we often have this, like this is what we talk about in relationality to like deep friendships, right? Like the deep friendships we have, they don't feel like, I keep on hearing, they don't feel the weariness of constantly feeling that we have to like create that space of assurance in them. It's the energy that just allows for that context or allows for that flow by which we identify and recognize um, that it exists. And so I feel like I see, on one hand, I see you connecting with someone who you've known for a long time. And it's the appreciation of the fact that you're able to build forth in such a way that I keep on hearing after all this time, like I keep on hearing it's like you saying to someone, like, after all this time, we have changed, but nothing has changed between us, which is often like really beautiful of someone who like share, I keep on hearing like shares our own like our own frequency, right? Like the I keep on hearing like the relationship that is undeniable because you don't need to question it, right? It feels like there's a lot of that. And at the same time, I see you kind of like going on, like I keep on hearing it's like almost like you're going through a search for yourself, but by letting things go, right? Like almost like moving into something that almost feels more minimal, because something I keep on hearing, like every time you let something go, you get some time back, right? It's like you understand that possessing things, like this is why we call possessions, because the things we possess us, because when we possess them they become our responsibility to take care of them. So I feel like this is you like becoming austere, because you're moving into a space of having less possessions, because you're understanding that the reason that we call them possessions is not because we own them, but the things we own us because we have to energetically take care of them. So I see you kind of like, again, moving into some kind of modality of minimalism to allow for that vibrancy of being, I keep on saying, like more energetically portable, or not necessarily seeking definition in relationality to the things that you hold on to. Bottom of the deck. Yeah, especially with the King of Swords and its reversal. Like when I feel like this might cause a little bit of friction between you and another person that like, I almost feel like I see some energy being like, what are you doing? It's like, what are you doing? Because those who are like deep in their ego, like those who are like deep in their ego, like see someone doing this and they start to worry. Is what I keep on hearing. Those who are like deep in their ego see somebody doing this and they start being like, is everything okay? Is everything okay? Are you not telling me something? I almost see someone being like questioning you, like, are you like what, like, you know what I mean? Like I feel like there's almost like that vibration of someone else like getting like looking at it like in the wrong way, which is like, again, because there are those like sometimes like some energy get like, I want to point out like this is a problem, like that sometimes the energy that like is moving like into a space of like sometimes the unfortunate thing is sometimes the energy moving into a space of like spiritual clarity and energy that's deeply depressed can look very similar, is what I keep on seeing. Like the energy that's like, I don't need this, or energy being like, do you want this? Like it can feel very similar, is what I keep on seeing. So I feel like it's almost like helping another person, like who's seeing you in this vibration and being like, no, 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 like I'm doing this because it's just like I feel like it's you having to say to someone like, I'm doing this because I found myself like more deeply. I'm not doing this because I'm giving like like I'm not I'm doing this because it feels like it's like I feel like you have to explain to someone that it's a positive, not a negative, because I just see you almost like saying like, you're like it's just I feel like it's almost you saying like, I feel like I almost see you having a conversation with someone saying, everything I move away from myself, I gain back in time, is what I keep on hearing. Like everything I move away from myself, I gain back in time, because I keep on hearing, like I hear you having this conversation with us. The things we own, like they possess us, because our response, like the amount of time and energy they take sometimes like doesn't calibrate. So I feel like there's like almost that conversation that you have with someone, helping them. And I feel like the reason I'm giving you this conversation is to help you through that conversation when someone sees you in that modality and is like, what are you doing? Like, I feel like, like I feel like this is going to become relevant in that conversation, helping another person say, you know, like this is something that's helping me. Like I'm finding myself by becoming more austere, because it allows the ability to concentrate on something better, is what I almost see you saying. Like it's like I can see you almost saying like, I found the thing I'm looking for. And that's the work that I see you doing in relationality to like focusing your efforts on something, and like not, and like other things not being as big a deal as in relationality to that. Thank you so much for having that reading with me, Miss Melissa. And if this message connected to you as well, it's very common for those who need these messages to be here to experience them. We are doing personal readings right now. If you would like to get on the list, we've got one more spot for today before the list will be closed. It is 3 cards for a donation of 29 or more, 4 cards for a donation of 23 or more from our subscribers. Links in my bio. Please keep in mind there are 2 things I don't read for across these apps: pregnancy and medical. Happy to give insight on anything in private readings, and you can book private readings on my site. Next person on the list for today, I've got Natalie. I'm still looking for Natalie. If Natalie's not here, I'm looking for Pamela. I'm looking for Natalie or Pamela. And I'm going to take a moment to read over some of the comments that came through as it was reading. Natalie, Pamela, or Nicole. I got, okay, hold on. Hold on. All right. I've got you, Pamela. Thank you. So Nicole, please hold. And I'm going to take a minute to read over some of the comments that came through as I was reading. Yokai, thank you for the follow. All right. I need a reading on that topic. Ooh, okay. Yes. I love watching and playing. That's a good way to spend the day, dear. All right. This summer, yep. It hurts, but it's important. Feels like a metaphor for the whole relationship. That's what I was seeing there, Kay. I'm glad that you see it too. You're so welcome, fitness. The funny thing is it's the least stressful game I've ever played. I like that. Minus last night's quest. Yes. I feel like I do. Yes. Thank you for confirmation, Miss Melissa. I am going to have to check this out. Too much detritus, exactly. Exploded on my floor and house. Everything is sentimental. Yeah, thank you for confirmation. So true. Without returning, most likely. Yes. Yeah, those are good. Yep. Well, it is a beautiful message. Thank you. I do my best, expensive. I mean, story of my life. I can see that now. Yes, because we are similar. Yes. We're so worried about you. Like what? Yeah, that's what I see. If there was a time to worry, it's definitely not now. Exactly. I see the time briefly. Yes. You're so welcome, dear. Yes, expensive. I got you on the list, dude. Thank you so much. That is exactly how and what my situation is. Thank you for confirming and sending you so much support on that journey and the best course of action. Tap to claim. Excellent. All right. I got you, dear. Is this the end of my story with Lucy? I want to reconnect. All right. Can I get 3 cards, please? 3 cards. Highest priority messages, please. I feel like somebody was projecting something onto you. You know, this feels like somebody trying to project something onto you. Um, and I just keep on identifying, one of the things I'm seeing here is, I'm sorry, I'm just trying to read into this. I just keep on seeing some kind of situation or circumstance. Um, like, where in another person's like insecurities are coming to the surface. Um, and I think that there's something important to be identified here. Um, as it relates to like shared manifestation goals. You know, like I'm just it feels like I'm really like I'm a little bit mystified in relationality to what I'm reading in relationality or a connection to a person because you know, I keep on hearing a healthy relationship, like a healthy relationship is not a competition, is what I keep on hearing. Like a healthy relationship is not a competition. And I feel like there's there's something to be said about that, as it relates to some like, and I feel like this is the problem. Like I almost see someone, you know, and this is why when we're in a space of insecurity, um, it can be so difficult because I just keep on hearing you know, it's almost like it's like someone who holds themselves to a really hard standard, but then sees then like someone who holds themselves to an impossibly high standard will often see another person succeeding around them in some way, shape, or form, and that'll create the environment by which they'll take it like personally, right? Um, and I feel like there's something that's occurring right now between you and them. I don't know if this was like some words that came out between you both. Like this feels like some kind of like it feels like some kind of vitriol. It feels like some kind of ugly conversation. But like that's what I meant about an ugly conversation, which is like I can't believe that you felt like I can't believe you feel like that. And again, and this is what can be so hard is, and I keep on seeing this, a healthy relationship should not feel like we have to apologize for being who we are. A healthy relationship should not feel like we have to like come into the space of feeling like we need to like diminish ourselves in some way in order to facilitate being within it. But often if we're working in the vector of another person's insecurity, it sometimes feels like it creates an impossible situation, right? Because that's that moment that someone like someone takes something personally that we ourselves can't control. And so I feel like there's something in relationality to a situation like this that is occurring between you and this person. And I feel like that is the most important aspect to recognize, which is, you know, when someone is upset with us for something that we can't control, as long as like, and I don't feel it, and it's not directed towards them, like that is sometimes talking about the fact that that's something that needs to be worked on within. It can't really be worked on without. Um, I feel like there is some kind of possibility here of healing. And I feel like the reason that I'm seeing the fact that there's some healing that can occur is related to the fact that it requires them to understand that they put you in an impossible situation in the first place. You know, like that's the hardest thing about it. Like, like there's definitely like the ability to heal here is absolutely present. But I also feel like this is a situation where it's like you can't you can't bring someone, you can't they have they you can't, like, if someone's being unreasonable, no amount of reason you bring them will make sense until they recognize the fact that they're being unreasonable. So, I mean, do I see the possibility here of healing? Yes, I definitely see. I feel like I see some kind of situation where someone is going to recognize potentially that something that they said or something that occurred between you and them, um, like I see some kind of desire to restore. Um, I think the important thing that occurs in this is, and I think that this is the thing that you're going to have to navigate if they try to come back towards you, which is, you know, if this is a situation where I'm going to put it like this to give you the best way to kind of disseminate like how to navigate when they come back. If this is a situation where there was something that you could have done better, right? If there was something that you clearly um, could have done, and you're taking accountability for it, and they energetically overreacted, then yes, there's a possibility to heal this. But if someone is holding you accountable for just simply being who you are, right? If someone is coming towards you and saying you being who you are triggers me, then I think you have to be very mindful about how you're going to navigate that connection if they try to come back towards you, right? Because often often when another person like, and I feel like I see something here, like sometimes when somebody has not navigated their own feelings of worth, they'll be drawn to energy. And then the minute that they're in the presence of the energy they're drawn to, they'll feel like they're in some kind of comparison mode. And then they'll often start feeling like they're punishing the energy that they're around for being the person that they are. So make sure that someone is not comparing their path work to yours, or simultaneously is not, you know, is not taking something personally that should be a celebration. I keep on hearing like a rising tide raises all ship. We celebrate each other's wins. We don't we don't harbor negative feelings when we see someone energetically succeeding in some way. And I keep on getting some kind of sense that there was something that happened between you and them where like, like something that you're like them going through a difficult moment. Um, like the moment should not be one, like, especially like I keep on hearing a healthy relationship should not require you to have to feel apologize and try to dim your light, is what's coming through. It should be one that celebrates you. It should be one that feels like it welcomes you. It shouldn't make you feel like you're in a moment of saying, how dare you for being bright if another person isn't feeling like at their best. I keep on hearing like we help each other through. We don't we don't get mad at each other for being energetically in a point of joy. Bottom of the deck, yeah, especially with the Ace of Wands and its reversal, right? Like it's giving me, I keep on hearing, especially if someone says like you should have known, we shouldn't know anything, right? We never operate in a space of you shouldn't know. A healthy relationship should not require one to be a mind reader, right? We do the work in terms of understanding. I keep on hearing our emotions are not a burden so long as we bring their prescription. We don't give the emotions to another person like a puzzle box to solve. We do the work of unpacking how we feel to be able to articulate to another and get our needs met. So if this is a situation where it feels like, someone's trying to say to you, you should have known, like nobody should know anything. It's not our, I keep on hearing, it's not a should have known. It's our job to tell, is what I keep on hearing. So make sure that you're operating in that space because healthy energy does not work passive aggressively. We articulate our needs so that they can be met. Thank you so much for having that reading with me, Pamela. And if this message connected to you as well, it's very common that those that need these messages to be here to receive them. We are doing personal readings right now. The next person on the list for today is Nicole. Nicole, not Nikki. We got two names. We got Nicole and then Nikki. And if anyone else would like to get on the list, we've got one spot left today before the list will be closed. We'll also be moving into one card reading shortly. So if you're a subscriber, stick around. We'll be doing one card readings. We'll also be, make sure you've recharged your heart me's for the day. If you would also like a spirit card call name. Yaz, are you on the list? Can you let me know? Can you give me the initial on where you sent the payment, dear? And I'll be sure to check. And just bear with me a moment as I read over some of the comments that came through as I was reading. Nicole, if you're here, can you let me know if you'd like a general reading or if you have a specific question? Thank you for letting me know, Yaz. I'll confirm you now. And if Yaz is on the list will be closed. Just bear with me a moment. All right. Perfect. I got you, Yaz. All right. The list is now closed. But if you would like to get on the list for tomorrow, you'll be the first person read for. You'll also have an additional card in your reading. And thank you, beloved, for the follow. All right, just going to read over the comments that came through. Also, friends, we're at 79.7K likes. When we get to 100K, I will be gifting a reading back to the collective, so make sure you're tapping that screen. You're welcome, Expensive. Thank you for confirmation, Fitness. Hina, your subscription's ending soon if you'd like to renew. I walked away because I kept waiting for her, but she's not ready. We're both Sagittarius. Thank you for confirming. Yes, so true. I walked away because I love myself too much, but I do miss her. Yes. While I was watching them. That's true. And thank you, V, for sharing the live. Always appreciate when you guys share the live. That's great advice. And beloved, thank you for the follow. Exactly. Wow. Thank you for confirmation on the reading. Thank you as well, Miss Melissa. Allie, thank you for the follow. Hi, how are you doing today? All right, second call for Nicole. If Nicole's not here, we're moving on to Nikki. Nikki, if you're here, can you respond in all caps? Let me know if you'd like a general reading or if you have a specific question you'd like me to answer. And just a reminder to those joining us today, we've got 3 more readings, and then we'll be moving into 1 card readings. It's on the Discord. Okay, hold on a minute. You might petition. A petition. Okay. Hold on a minute. Is this outside tea? All right. Outside tea. Great. Okay. We got outside tea. I'm posting this before. Okay. I'm posting this before my lash appointment, so I won't be able to look at my phone, but I'm listening for the reading. I appreciate you letting me know that, dear. Okay. Lately, I've been feeling a lot of internal frustration around lifestyle stuff, like resting, being lazy, sleeping in, even though I used to be fine with that. I think I've internalized past partners' constant critiques, not waking up early, not working out, not chewing right, not having good enough manners, not being productive 24/7. And now I quietly project it onto my partner. I'm not saying anything out loud, but I feel the tension building up. I hated being treated like that. So why does it still live in me? It's like I absorbed their energy, and now it's coloring how I see things in a way that doesn't even feel like me. Yep, got it. 2 cards on why I'm feeling this way, 2 cards and advice going forward. Yep. All right, can I please get highest priority messages from Spirit for Nikki on these circumstances? I mean, someone who's really deep in their ego, will do a bang up job destroying our feeling of self-worth. Someone deep in their ego will do a really bang up job damaging our self-worth, because what happens with someone's deep in their ego? They see other people as objects. When someone's deep in their ego, they don't see people, they see objects. And then when someone is not moving in a way that another person feels appealing, then they don't see the person as the person. They say, you're not being the right object for me. I would like you to change to become a better object. And I can see the fact that it feels like I feel like you're like, I feel like a lot of the ways that you're going to be able to heal from this is saying, like, I am not your dream girl. I'm a reality to be experienced. I want you to write that down somewhere. I'm not a dream girl. I'm a reality to be experienced. And I can see a bunch of energy that gravitated to you because they thought you were their dream girl. And then they experienced then they had to go through the rude awakening of understanding that you are a person. And often, what is the song you will hear with energy that's too deep in their ego and sees people as objects and thinks? They will actually say, like, they'll say it, they'll straight up tell you. They'll say, I thought, like, they'll be like, you're just a person. And then they will punish you for being a person. Healthy energy that is deep in their ego will punish you for being a person. You have needs. How dare you? You need to sleep. Oh my God. You're not chewing. You're not chewing your food the way I would like my dream to chew their food. Stop ruining my dream with your reality. So I feel like you have to look at, like, you want to know how you heal from this? It's a riot. You're a riot, which says it's not about fulfilling another person's like ideal in relationality to being perfect, because every time that you get to be a riot and you're loved in that vibration, you're going to heal from every single relationship that tried to punish you, not for doing anything wrong, but not for effectively being their dream effectively. And I feel like a lot of this, like, and this is why I see, like, this is why you're carrying a lot of these negative thought forms with you. You're having dreams about them constantly. You've got a lot, we've been doing a lot of space in terms of reading into your dreams. You're having dreams about all of these unhealthy thought forms. And what do the unhealthy thought forms say? You don't chew the way that I like my dream to chew. You don't deserve to be loved. You sleep too much. You don't deserve to be loved. You're not being the dream effectively. And this is why I keep on seeing you have to say you are not a dream. You're not here to embody another person's ideal of what they desire. The healthy energy will, and it's not to say that there aren't things that we do, but I want to stress this. And if you want any point of recognition on how this works, I want you to think about anybody you love right now. I want you to think about anyone that you love with every fiber of your being. Now I want you to tell me, do you love them in their perfection? Or do you love them in their eccentricities? Do you love them in their perfection? Or do you love them in their eccentricities? So I want you also to write down, I am learning to be loved in my eccentricities. And often when we're having to do that work, right, it's hard. Like, this is what we talk about. It takes a lifetime. Like, it's not, if it's trauma, it's trauma, right? The reason we call it trauma is if we could let go of it, it wouldn't be trauma. Yeah, you're going to carry those wounds with you the rest of your life. If somebody, I once had somebody go on a date with me. I just need to bring this up. And they said, I'm gonna take a bottle of dye. I'm gonna dump a bunch of black dye on your hair. That was their line to me. They said, they literally started with, you would be beautiful if, right? First, right out of the starting gate. And this is how some people build relationships, right? And again, you would be perfect if you just stopped looking that way. If you just stopped chewing that way, if you just stopped breathing so much, you would be ideal. And so this is why I want you to think about the fact that your love is a riot. You move against those feelings. You're going to have to spend the rest of your life. And this is why, again, like, the difficulty point is sometimes you're right. You said, I feel like I let them too close and now they're in. Yeah, that's what trauma does. Unfortunately, I wish I could say it was otherwise, but this is why we have to be conscientious about who we let in, right? because sometimes we let the wrong people in and they create wounds with us that we have to carry with us for a lifetime. But the important thing about that is that we observe the fact that we feel that, but we don't let it change who we are. And I keep on seeing the wrong love will make you feel like you are worthless because you're not perfect. And the right love will love you in your imperfection because they will find all of your eccentricities positively delightful. That is the love that feels like the energetic riot, because every moment that you exist in your imperfection and another person says, I don't see anything wrong with you, even if you think you are wrong, even if you don't like that about yourself, all I see is beauty. That is the love that becomes a riot, because it allows us to push back against all of those negative thought forms that the unhealthy love created and set forth within us. Bottom of the deck, Ace of Pentacles. There's nothing wrong with you. But here's the thing I'm going to tell you. You want to know why you incorporated them so much? Because it's easier to incorporate the negative thought form than to accept the reality of what's happening. When someone is in a space that they hurt us, it's easier for us to find a reason. It creates control. It's easier to say, you know what? I deserve that. They were right. My chewing was awful. I'm sure if I just chewed better, they would not have treated me so bad. I'm confident, right? This is what the trauma tries to say. You know what? They're totally right. I'm awful. I need sleep. I should have stopped sleeping. If I had only found a way to stop sleeping so much, then I'm sure I could have saved that situation, right? We want, like we desperately, when we care about something, we desperately work in that space of hoping. We want to take on those negative thought forms. We've been doing a lot of readings on this. It's easier for us to believe the lie that the trauma tells us, because then if we could just fix that, we convince ourselves that everything will be okay. Failing to recognize that often what happens in those relationships, what is the song that we hear? Nothing you do will ever be good enough. Nothing you change will ever be right. You'll stop chewing one way and they'll tell you they don't like the new way you chew, right? They'll tell you you're sleeping too much. And then when you stop sleeping, you're keeping them up all night, right? The energy that moves us into a space that we're constantly feeling like nothing is right is often, that's the thing, often we only leave these relationships where we finally recognize that nothing we do is going to fix the dissatisfaction that another finds in us, because we don't exist to fulfill the dreams of another. We create dreams together. And often that dissatisfaction that the external energy is putting towards us has to do with one's own internal dissatisfaction with life. Misery loves company. And that's why, again, we work to heal. Because when we start to heal from our own misery, we stop projecting it onto all those around us. Thank you so much for having that reading with me, Nikki. And if this message connected to you as well, it's very common for those who need these messages to be here to experience them. We are doing personal readings. If you would like to get on the list is closed for today, but you'll be the first person read for tomorrow. 3 cards for a donation of $29 or more. 4 cards for a donation of $23 or more for my subscribers. We are also at 82.9K likes, and when we get to 100K, I'll be gifting a reading back to the collective, so make sure you're tapping that screen. We'll get to 100K in no time. Next person on the list for today is, I'm looking for Nicole or Emily. Nicole or Emily. I'm also going to take a moment to read over some of the comments that came through as it was reading. All right. Bridget, it's a wound. Hold on a minute. Yep. I won't be able to. Yeah, I like the fact that even in the comments you brought up the fact that you're. I like the fact that you said that you're doing a lash appointment, but you typed it. I'm like, I know. It's like- Thank you, Nikki. And Lucy, your subscription's ending soon if you'd like to renew. Projection, it's a wound. And thank you as well, Rainbow. Shame on you for being yourself. I chewed with my mouth open at home, and that was unattractive. Sending you so much support, dear. Time to be yeah. Please gargle in a ladylike way. Exactly, Kelly. My mom used to do this to me. Definitely not in their perfection. Good point. Okay, I'm still listening. Last time, this is so helpful. Thank you. Yeah, I know. Yeah, that was a wild. It was a wild moment. Yeah, that was their love language. I must confess being guilty for this behavior in my 20s, my own fault by settling with the wrong. I mean, like when we're younger, it happens even more often, right? That what the heck to that person. Yeah. People have always wanted me with ifs. Oh, sending you so much support, Rainbow. I still don't understand. Started telling me that all of me was okay, especially the insecure parts. Well, and this is what we talk about. The healthy relationship is one that we maintain that vibration. No wonder it took me so long to heal this wound. I didn't even realize it came from my mom. Sending you support as well, Bridget. Then everything switched, and the parts I was insecure about became the problems I needed to change. Sending you so much support on that journey, Rainbow. Thank you guys for supporting each other in the comments. My marriage also ended being asked to change some of my deepest insecurities. Sending you so much support, dear. Thank you as well, Minnie. Even being told those deepest insecurities have been shared with others. Everyone said this was bad. Sending you so much support on that journey, dear. Thank you as well, Jenny, for receiving these messages. Yep. Thank you again, Nikki. And thank you guys for supporting each other in the comments and for sharing your stories as well. All right, next person we're reading for today. I'm looking for Nicole or Emily. Nicole or Emily, if you're here, can you respond in all caps? Let me know if you'd like a general reading or if you have a specific question you'd like me to answer. And also the next person, if Nicole or Emily aren't here, the next person on the list for today is Yasmin. I'm looking for Nicole and Emily or Yasmin. And also, friends, we're at 84.7K likes. When we get to 100K, oh, I got you, Yas. Good to see you. We will be gifting a reading back to the collective, so make sure you're tapping that screen. I saw Minnie say love. Oh, Nikki. Oh, Nicole. Minnie's. Oh, I didn't see Minnie. Hold on a minute. Yas, pause a moment. I'm sorry. Oh, I apologize, Minnie. I saw love, and I thought you were saying you love. You were sending love. Sending you support there. All right. Can I please get? Yep. Can I please get 3 cards? Yeah, 3 cards from Minnie on love. So we're doing Minnie, and then we'll do Yasmin, and then we're gonna get started on 1-card readings for subscribers. Can I get 3 cards, please? You know, I feel like there's something. I feel like there's something that's happening in relationality to. I feel like I see a lot of trust wounds that you're working on letting go of. And whatever this is, like I gotta, like I already see it. Whatever this is in your past, um, I keep on, like, the message I keep on hearing is when someone breaks our trust, they break it once when they break our trust. And then every day after where we don't know how to trust, they hurt us again. And I feel like I see, like, I keep on seeing that you are not the only trustworthy person. I know sometimes it can feel like that. I see this. I see some kind of situation where, like, it feels a little bit like there's energy around you. I don't know where you are locationally. It just feels like they don't have their priorities straight, is what I'm getting. But that's why I keep on hearing the thing that you have to recognize right now is quality over quantity. Because your manifestation goals are not too much to ask for the right person. And I see you, like, the thing about it is, I actually see it's like it's hard because, like, I feel like there's something about, like, I keep on hearing, like, you're looking for someone who can match your vibe, you know? Like, I feel like I see you, like, looking for someone that can match your vibe. And and that's kind of what you have to, that's what you have to kind of say. Like, this is what I mean, like, it's okay for you to be able to, I keep on hearing, like, taking others, I keep on hearing you have to take others with a grain of salt right now, but also understand that healthy energy is going to work to prove to you that they're not just lip service. Healthy energy is going to prove to you that they can be trusted. They're not going to demand trust. And I feel like there's something really important about that because, I feel like I see you in some way, like, recovering from some kind of, like whirlwind energy. And the thing with whirlwind energy is, it, what will the whirlwind say? They'll say, like, trust me, you know? They'll try to make the fact that we don't trust them some kind of failure point. But healthy energy will take their time. Healthy energy will say, I want to show you how good it can be. Um, and I feel like there's something important about you writing down that manifestation. I want to show you how good it can be. Because when someone wants to show us how good it can be, they don't ask us to trust them. They ask us to let them show us, right? They build into the space of understanding that that isn't something that we just need to, like, fall into implicitly, but that it's something to be earned. So I feel like there's something important right now about embodying and recognizing. Um, I keep on hearing chivalrous energy that wants to show you how good it can be, which is to say, someone who builds, who takes their time, who is not in a rush, and it's almost the irony. I keep on hearing, like, the thing is, like, when someone wants the same manifestation goals as us, they don't try to rush through things. I keep on hearing that. And I feel like that's important because I feel like there's something that you're experiencing of someone trying to rush a process with you, right? Like, and this is often why when someone's like, like, make sure that you're avoiding any energy that's like now or never, is what I keep on hearing. Like any type of energy that says like we either meet now or we meet never, like either this or no, or not at all. Because now or never energy is never about manifestation goals. Now or never energy, I keep on hearing now or never energy. Remember, that is someone prioritizing accessibility, not a healthy relationship. So if you have someone that's like, I keep on hearing no now or never. There's no now or never in a manifestation goal, because now or never is the articulation of saying I am manifesting someone that delivers what I want when I want it unconditionally. And so I keep on hearing, if you get some that kind of now or never energy right now, you say no and you keep on walking. Like, say never is what I keep on seeing, because healthy relationship is not conditional on being available in another person's reality. It's building into the ability of understanding and predicating on what we can expect. So none of this none of this what like you make plans. I keep on hearing someone makes plans ahead of with you or not at all, because the difference between another person who prioritizes accessibility, like someone who's just available whenever they want them to be, but is never available when another person needs them, can be told in how much respect we give in giving someone else advance notice, in being able to articulate and define what it is that we're creating with one another. So make sure, and keep on hearing, it's not selfish to request that if that's something that you give another person. Because I keep on seeing, especially with your schedule, right? Because I see here that you've got a lot of like schedule things. If someone like let your schedule do the talking in relationality to the energy that prioritizes you. Because I keep on hearing your schedule is completely achievable with someone who prioritizes, but is going to be like another person is going to try to utilize it potentially against you if they're looking for something, like if they're trying to create some kind of space where they're not being clear on their needs beyond the fact that they want someone available when they have needs that they desire to be met. Bottom of the deck. Yeah, especially Knight of Cups. Slow and steady here, right? Don't trust, give energy the benefit of the doubt. As even, I know whatever this is in the past has hurt you, but there is good energy out there. There are those who are in their authenticity, but you have to give them the ability to let them prove themselves to you. So make sure, like I keep on seeing, let the past inform you, but don't let it shape how you perceive others, is what I keep on seeing. Because something about that work, learning to trust again, it's going to take time. And that's why I kept on hearing like a healthy energy for you right now is I'm going to show you how good it can be, because it's going to show you that trust is not something that's demanded. It's something that is earned gradually. Thank you so much for having that reading with me. And if this message connected to you as well, it's very common for those who need these messages to be here to experience them. Next person on the list for today is, I've got Emily. Emily, if you're here, can you respond in all caps? Let me know if you'd like a general or if you have a specific question. And I'm going to take a moment to read over some of the comments that came through as I was reading. All right. And just bear with me as I read over some of the comments that came through. Thank you for having, yeah, I agree. Thank you for having that reading, Nikki. Oh, thank you for the compliment. I appreciate you. Thank you for being here and sharing and being a part of this collective. And Catherine, your subscription's ending soon if you'd like to renew. Woo! Emily, are you here? If Emily's not here, Yasmin, can you let me know if you're here? Emily or Yasmin? Second call right now for Emily or Yasmin. If Emily or Yasmin is not here, we will be getting, oh, hi there. Excellent. Let me know if you'd like a general or if you have a specific. I've got a bunch of cards that came out for you. So I just need to get a handle on what I'm seeing here. I'll take those cards. We're gonna start doing card auctions. All right, I'm gonna do the reading, and then we'll auction off who gets the whose reading it is. That's how we'll do it. Oh, thank you for letting me know, dear. I'll check there. All right, just bear with me a moment. Is this inside tea or outside tea? Is this something you are comfortable having shared, or is this just for me to read? Okay, thank you. All right, so I'm leaving tomorrow on a trip to France and then England and then Scotland, and we're finishing in Algeria. That's why I got so many cards. Thank you for confirming why I was like, why do I have so many cards? Thank you for confirming why all those cards came out. Is there anything I need to hear or do I need to prepare for? You're so welcome, dear. Well, hold on a minute because I got one, two, three, four. I got four. That's exactly what I got here. We've got four. So I'm gonna walk you through every space I'm seeing. Um, I was like, what's going on? All right. So the first place, France. France is busy, is what I'm seeing. Um, and when I mean busy, I mean like literally anywhere you want to go, make sure that you already like get the reservations and stuff now. I keep on hearing like the only difficulty point about some stuff is it feels like it's a little touch and go as it relates to like certain locationalities or places that you're going. Um, I feel like there's like congestion there is what I'm reading for. But that's why I keep on seeing like don't wait to get anything for it at the last minute. You're going to be you're going to be really grateful about the fact that you did so ahead of time is what I keep on seeing. Um, because I keep on feeling like there's not much breathing room when you're there. It also, I don't know if it feels like there might be something you're doing from a business perspective there. I feel like there's something about you looking at locations is what's coming through. I'm not sure why I'm getting something about that. It almost it feels more like some kind of work and play vibration is what I keep on seeing. Like there's something that you like there's something and I keep on hearing something about energetic inspiration. Um England England feels a lot more it feels a lot more casual. You know what I mean? Like I feel like there's something about England that you're able to like let your hair down to a certain extent. Um I also see like I don't know, I feel like there's something about catching up with people there from the past. You know, there's something I'm seeing here. It feels like I'm getting a lot of acquaintance energy around something. It feels like catching up. It feels like I keep on seeing like trying to meet others or trying to like catch back up with someone is what I'm seeing. But um, you know, I feel like that one is I keep on hearing like don't over stress, like don't over like don't like I feel like there's almost like don't let yourself get stressed out if you're trying to catch up with someone. and it feels like it becomes like some kind of energetic mess is what I keep on hearing. It's like don't like don't let your like I just keep on seeing something here of having to say to someone like it almost feels like not waiting on another person, but saying like, look, this is where I'm going to be. I'd love to see you, but if not, no big deal. You know what I mean? I feel like that's the type of vibration you have to bring to something, which is trying to say to another person, like, I would love to see you, but I don't want to like hold up my own plans in relationality to something there. But I also feel like it does feel like a lot of familiarity that's coming through in that right now. There's something about that. I keep on hearing like that feeling of familiarity is ringing through. And I feel like I'm also getting like a lot of deja vu around something too. But it feels comfortable. Like I almost see you like I feel like there's something about that you're like, I want to come back here. I feel incredibly comfortable. Like I almost see you shaking your head being like, like like there's like a homecoming energy to it. Um, Scotland just feels like a good time. Scotland just feels Scotland just feels Scotland just feels like it's like I'm getting here like party city. Like it feels like I'm like the Scotland part. Just like I keep on seeing like the Scotland part is like make sure that you remember to rest is what I'm getting. Because there's something about the energy in Scotland. I'm just seeing this here. I feel like, you know, I always see like this, like, I keep on hearing it's very easy to get carried away, is what I'm getting. And it's like there's something about it. Like I just keep on feeling like it's giving me like the kind of like vibration of um, like it's a lot of it's like a lot of fun but easy to get carried away is what I keep on getting because I keep on hearing it's just like it's like almost like a river of people is what I'm getting. Like something just feels like, you can't wait to get out or you can't wait to have fun. And when you're doing something, because I feel like everywhere you go, it's like everywhere you go feels like the same place, but it's always a great place to be kind of energy is what I keep on seeing. Like Scotland just feels like, and the thing is, and this is why I'm saying this, don't get out of hand, like, don't get too out of hand when you're in Scotland because, like, the thing I'm identifying is you want to make sure that you have to remember. I keep on hearing, remember you're going to Algeria, is what I keep on hearing. Remember you still have to go to Algeria when you get to Scotland because I almost see, like, like keep a little, like, you want to keep a little extra fuel in your tank so that you avoid feeling completely like burnt out when you get to Algeria because I see a part of you just being like, I don't know why I'm seeing like it just it's it's like it's giving me a little bit of this energy that like I don't know why I feel like I see you like dragging yourself into Algeria, like, like trying to like I said, like pace yourself in Scotland is all I keep on seeing because there's something about Algeria that like I feel like it's like like there's a little bit of this homeward bound energy that I see that happens when you start to get there is what I keep on seeing. Bottom of the deck, like with the death card, yeah, like again, I feel like everything like don't like remember like pace yourself. Pace yourself. Don't try to do everything all at once. Like remember, if you like a place, you can always go back. Because I just keep on seeing, like, especially when you get to Scotland, is what I keep on seeing. Especially when you get to Scotland. Okay, remember you have to rest. Rest is not exclusive to having a good time. It is part and parcel for it. But I'd say overall, like the trip feels very good. Very good energy around it. Thank you so much for having that reading with me, Az. And if this message connected to you as well, it's very common for those who need these messages to be here to experience them. I'm going to take a moment to read over some of the comments that came through as I was reading. We're also at 87.2K likes when we get to 100K, I will be gifting a reading back to the collective in the form of a random drawing. All right. The overall vibration of the trip was like great. We got the overall vibration of the trip was like 3 of Pentacles, which again, it's interesting because it feels like it does a lot of positive work, particularly in the space of networking and building energetic connections is what I'm seeing. Also in getting the shape of being able to understand where you want to return back to. Because I feel like there's almost something here about some kind of desire to settle down somewhere with the 3 of Pentacles. And everything I keep on seeing around something has to say, like, I don't know why, but when I saw Scotland, it was like Scotland, like it was like like I feel like there's like some kind of Goldilocks effect that happens, which is why I said like remember, I keep on hearing, remember you can come back if you like something. You don't need to like completely burn yourself out as you're there, is what I keep on seeing. Because I feel like there's something about this that like it solidifies where you want to be. All right. Hold on a minute. Yes, excellent. Amazing. Yes, I was wondering why all those cards came out, but they were exactly for each location. I love this. That's what I'm doing right now. Feels overwhelming. Thank you for confirming. Oh, Paris is beautiful. Also, drama reservation is key. Okay, thank you. I'm looking into making content for social media as well. Got it. So that might be a business side. Thank you. A month ago, you told me England, Oxford was calling me because of the past life. That's a deja vu I was seeing. Thank you. That makes sense. My best friend is supposed to come join me there, which is like I said, don't let someone else's confusing schedule frustrate you. Like just say like, look, this is where I'm going to be. I'd love to meet with you, but like no pressure. Because I keep on seeing like, don't make sure that you don't get frustrated and trying to catch up with someone that makes you feel like you're missing things. She's not sure if she can make it. Yep. I'm giggling right now. Thank you. Irma, your subscription is ending soon if you'd like to renew. I can feel that. It's making me giddy. Yep. It feels like I won't want to leave. I want my next solar trip to be Scotland. Thank you as well, Irma. I might be wrong, but it's feeling like meeting some new energy. No, you're going to meet a lot. I see a lot of new energy. A lot of new energy. Yes, I think they spell it there. I love this. What about Algeria? The overall vibration of that's what I meant. Make sure you keep some in the tank for Algeria, because I feel like there's something about the energy that you bring with Algeria that like I feel like it felt like more sobering, if that makes sense, or it feels like a little bit more energetically heavy. But I also feel like some of it has to do with the fact that you're traveling so much and you're reaching that exhaustion point, which is why I was saying make sure that you're pacing yourself when you're in Scotland. Yes, I always wanted to live in Europe. Scotland was last minute ad because of the amount of synchronizations I've recently gotten to go there. Yes, makes total sense. Seeing family there, I see. Thank you. Yes, we're doing 1 cards now healing. So if again, I'm still looking. Just a reminder. All right, I'm going to start 1 card readings. If you have a question, if you have not recharged your heart needs today, please make sure that you do so. If you'd like to have an animal spirit guide card, and if you'd like a 1 card reading and you're a subscriber, go ahead and put your question in the comments and I'll be happy to draw a card for you. Hi there, Kiki. How are you doing today? And Ava, thank you, hailing Ava for renewing your heart needs. All right, Esteban, good to see you. Highest priority, please. Recognize the difference between a productive and a non-productive conversation is what I keep on getting. Bottom of the deck. Yeah. I keep on hearing a healthy conversation is not one built on blame. It's the identification on what can be done better, you know? And I feel like there's something about that it feels like, I almost feel like there's an energy, like I keep on hearing like, no save me energy. Like we don't build into, like it feels like someone who like pushes away and then says, where are you? So like make sure someone's being clear in relationality to saying to another person, like, look, I'm honoring your boundaries, right? Like I'm not like, if somebody articulate, you can't be in a space of saying, go away, why are you doing this to me? Right? Because you have to say to them, I'm honoring your boundaries. I'm doing like I'm like I'm in a healthy space. Like I don't like we don't We don't push away and then ask where we are. And I keep on hearing, like, I feel like you're healing from some kind of situation in that modality. So if you are, let this serve as confirmation that you're moving in the right direction. One card for Calf, highest priority on love, please. Go for it. I feel like there's something about your openness, right? Giving someone the benefit of the doubt. Bottom of the deck. I think that it's important because, like, I keep on hearing, you don't have to give your manifestations to someone if you're worried about bobblehead energy, right? Lead with the question. Be like, what are you looking for? And I keep on hearing, like, making sure, remember when someone says, I want a relationship, that's not the answer to a question. I want a relationship isn't an answer to a question. Well, kind of walk me through what an ideal relationship looks like. I keep on hearing, like, don't, like, let someone, like, give some, like, let someone become detailed in terms of telling you what it is they want. Animal spirit guide card. Yeah, water dragon. Right? Like avoiding energy that says, I want that too, by saying, can you be specific on what you're looking for? Ava, thank you for helping me reach my crown goal. Minnie, one card for the energy for this weekend, please. This seems like fun. I feel like this weekend's fun. Follow your bliss this weekend. Bottom of the deck. Yeah, it also feels like it's healing. I see healing conversations. I feel like I see you resolving things, working towards the betterment of stuff. I keep on hearing, like, bring hope to situations. Even, like, don't, I feel like there's something about you, like, being, like, not really inclined to do something, like, give yourself that point of encouragement is what I keep on seeing. Something like, I keep on feeling like, yeah, animal spirit guide card. Yeah, right. Give someone an opportunity to surprise you, you know? Thank you so much. Healing, Lisa, message about anxieties and subconscious acts that are present. Work towards what feels like it is productive, right? The fear that is healthy is the fear that is actionable. Okay. Bottom of the deck. Yeah. The fear that is healthy is the fear that is actionable. Don't let something that's bothering you that you can't necessarily do something about, like, overwhelm your emotions, right? I keep on hearing, like, that's not a helpful thought. I keep on hearing, ask yourself if the thought is helpful or not, is what I keep on hearing. Like, that's all, that is also shadow work. Like, shadow work and being like, that's not helpful. One card, animal spirit guide. Yeah, exactly. The air dragon, right? Like, working to dispel the thought that isn't productive. Like, if it's not productive, you can go away. That's just not helpful. One card on how R is feeling for Ava, please. Nostalgic. Wishing they could have done something differently. Bottom of the deck. I feel like somebody wishes they had been stronger about something. Like, I feel like somebody feels like they weren't strong enough for you. Animal spirit guide for Ava. It feels like someone wasn't being honest. They weren't like the way that they weren't being strong enough was they weren't being honest enough with you. Like it feels to me like someone that was not being authentic because they were afraid to be honest, and they lost some kind of connection with you as a result of it. Thank you, Esteban. You're so welcome, Kath. One card, spirit led for Bridget, please. Oh. And Michelle, you got two cards coming, dear. Every time I read for you right now, go for it. Follow your bliss. It's like all green light energy, right? Like, it's giving me, like, buy yourself flowers, take yourself on dates, go. Yeah. Like, don't like, you're going to find the divine counterpart by moving in accordance to following your bliss, because something about you being in that space of giving it, like, you, like, I keep on saying, doing the things you would do with them anyway is how you're going to find them, is all I keep on hearing. One card, animal spirit guide. Clean slate, right? Pure manifestation mode, right? It's not about, I keep on hearing every time I read for this is like, don't wait for me, come looking for me, right? Which is saying, like, bringing yourself into the spaces that you would go with them is all I keep hearing. Yes. Am I allowed to ask for one card? if my cats will be all right. Um, of course, yes. Can I get one card for what's going on with the pet energy? I mean, they're going to miss you like crazy. They're going to act weird because you're not there. Bottom of the deck. I mean, oh, they'll be fine. You know, like I feel like it's more about them. Like they're very energetically connected to you. So, like thank you, Bridget. Like everything will be fine, but they'll just miss you tremendously. Hi there, official. I'm afraid, so the one card's official. If you want to become a card, you just head over to my membership and become a member, and I'll be happy to draw a card for you. Thank you. All right. You're so welcome, Minnie. One card for being spirit led, please. Um, I keep on seeing like focus on what you're seeing that's tangible, not on what someone's promising you. Right? Like I keep on hearing like results, results are results is what I keep on hearing. Yeah, like it's not like you're not being protective, you're being pragmatic, which is like, like it's working through like I keep on seeing like it's like feelings have nothing to do with it. It's like it's what we do with the feelings. It's applying them in ways that feel like they're productive rather than another person articulating why they're hurt. It's like I keep on hearing someone make sure someone is being solution focused, not problem oriented. One moment, please. And one card, animal spirit guide for being. Yeah, especially with the blackbird, right? Like it's saying to me, like, I need to mean that, like, it's like our emotions, like we're not responsible for the emotions we create in one another, except for confusion, because confusion can always be resolved with clarity. Haley, I think I may have gotten skipped. No problem, dear. I'm seeing you now. One card for Haley, spirit led, please. Continue. You're on the healing path. I know you're questioning it. Continue to do this work. And I keep on saying, if something is disappointing you instead of devastating you, that's a sign you're heading in the right direction. Yeah, it's not your responsibility to save someone from themselves. We save ourselves for each other. So if you're doing that work, and I keep on hearing, it's not selfish if it's reciprocal. If you're doing that work, your standards are not up for negotiation. Someone meets you at them, they don't try to resolve them, is what I keep on hearing. One card, animal spirit guide, please. Yeah, the bee, right? Let that serve as confirmation. Like it's saying to me that um, you know, I keep on hearing like others who appreciate us don't take our sweetness for granted, is what I keep on hearing. You're so welcome, Haley. One card for Kelly, spirit led, please. Um, make sure that you are make sure that you're moving emotions into places that feel like they're energetically productive, is all I keep on seeing. And make sure that you're not, I keep on hearing your emotions are not a burden so long as you bring with them your own prescriptions. Bottom of the deck. Yeah, particularly and especially in relationality to, um, like this feels like something about, um, I feel like there is something here in relationality to working through, um, like something about like something that you're holding regret on in relationality to the past. Don't hold on to regret. Just ask yourself what you could be doing to make something better. One card, animal spirit guide. Yeah, especially with the salmon, right? Like it's like you keep on saying like don't get like the you are exactly where you need to be, right? The ability to work through something and to step out of your comfort zone is how you're going to accomplish it. So if you're doing that, like continue to do so. Hi there. Thank you. You're so welcome, Ava. Thank you. Yes, definitely living in my bliss, just a matter of time. I'll miss them too like crazy. You're sending you so much support, Yaz. All right. All right, can I please get one card for Per? One card spirit led. Wheel of Fortune in its reversal. So, I feel like I see you kind of like, I feel like I see you in some kind of rut, but I want you to like, I want you to like identify like how, like, bottom of the deck on this. Hold on. Yeah, you're not in a rut. Like, again, I keep on saying, don't wait for another person to reach out to you. Just recognize whether they are. Keep on planting those seeds. Don't focus your manifestation too much on a particular person. And if you're feeling like someone is not moving in accordance with the way you would aspire them to, write down what that ideal is, right? To help clarify what it is that you're moving towards, is what I keep on hearing. All right, one card, animal spirit guide for Per, please. Yeah, especially with the wolf, right? Your job is not to change behavior. Your job is to identify what, like, the way someone comes towards you, right? It's like utilizing discernment. Thank you so much. All right. One card for Minnie, finance, please. Um, it's so interesting because it feels to me like there's something about um, investing in something. It feels like something that you're putting your time, effort, and energy in. Um, Bottom of the deck. Yeah, especially with the King of Cups and its reversal. Like I just keep on seeing some kind of situation or circumstance. Um, you know, like I feel like it's almost like you're doing something like in a financial way that feels like um it feels like it's emotionally supportive, right? It's almost like helping to heal your heart space in some way, shape, or form. It feels like there's something about it being cathartic. One card, animals. Oh, thank you so much, Minnie. Hi there, Michelle. Good to see you today. You're welcome, Bean. It almost feels like you're like protecting someone in the process too, which is interesting. You're so welcome, Michelle. Perfectly aligned. Just watch the bee movie too. Oh, that's so cool, Haley. Yeah, beep beep says the bee. I like that. I didn't see your question either, Michelle. Can you repost it? One card for rainbow, highest priority, please. Um, you can't change another person arrives to you. You just need to recognize it and accept it for the nature that it is. And I feel like there's something about you coming into a space of energetic acceptance that you're identifying and you're recognizing like what it is that you need and being energetically supported in that modality. Bottom of the deck, yeah, especially with the King of Pentacles, right? I feel like it's like often like working in that space. I keep on hearing like energy that like matches your like I keep on hearing like matches your frequency or like talking like I keep on hearing like not focusing so much on a manifestation around another person, which is saying like don't look at someone and be like this person isn't acting right. Like why isn't my manifestation acting right? Be like that's not my person. Is what I keep on hearing. One card, highest priority for animal spirit guide. Yeah, right. Like again, it's working towards not focusing on why a manifestation isn't acting right, but making sure that you identify that work, like writing out what that feels like, writing out what that looks like, feeling the shape of it. Let the feeling follow the feeling is what I keep on hearing. Just general for Michelle. Two cards for Michelle, please. Um, you are exactly where you need to be. You're not too late to something. Just continue to work patiently. Trust the process is what I keep on hearing. Um, Bottom of the deck. Yeah, especially with the King of Pentacles, don't compare your pathwork to others. If your pathwork is exquisite, you can't compare it to another. So don't get hard pressed if you see someone doing something in a way that bothers you. I keep on hearing let exquisite energy should not be comparing their pathwork to others. You should just focus on what it is that you're doing and let that steer. Like don't like And also don't let someone's opinion that does something that's not what you do influence you too much, is what I keep on hearing too. All right, thank you so much. And one card for Michelle's animal spirit. Yeah, the cat, right? It's not for you. Here's what I'm saying. I feel like you have to get over some kind of criticism and being like, they don't get it. Sometimes energy just doesn't get it, right? You're so welcome, Per. One card regarding connection for Chrissy, please. Like the consistency is key. Make sure someone is not just somebody who drops in every now and then. Seek for the consistent connection, right? Consistency can't be faked. Bottom of the deck on this reading, yeah, right. The difference between like no whim energy, which is the energy that like pushes you away and then says, "Where are you?" when they're feeling energetically inclined, right? We're not like no, your energy is not a revolving door, right? It requires this space of consistency, like the consistency that gives back. And if you're being energetically consistent, then that's not too much to ask. That is energetically reciprocal. One moment, please. And animal spirit for Chrissy, please. Yeah, especially with the goose, right? Like it's working into the space of, again, energy that identifies you as precious won't be in a space of like I keep on hearing like it doesn't drop in once in a while. It's able to articulate that we build into, like, we trust of because of the prioritization that we give one another. So make sure someone is prioritizing you as much as you are prioritizing them. You're so welcome, Minnie. I'm protecting everyone but me, I think. But well, this is what I keep on hearing. You're not exceptional in that, right? Like, make sure you're doing that for yourself as well. This was happenstance for me to fall for someone. Sending you support, Rainbow. Lucy, thank you for subscribing, dear. That was wonderful to hear. You're so welcome, Michelle. Spirit led for Lucy, please. I feel like there's something about working through we need, like, the way we heal something, we can't force someone else to heal, is what I keep on hearing, right? And sometimes this can be painful because it's almost those moments of saying, like, if you ever want to fix something, my door's open. But I keep on hearing, like, yeah, I keep on hearing you can heal, you can offer someone the possibility of healing while also navigating your own standards, which is to say, like, look, I want to fix something with you, but also, like, if you're saying to another person, like, I want to heal, but you have to, like, it's not too much to say, like, if you want to heal, you have to, like, clean your feet at the door. Like, it's a space that says that, like, our standards help us identify someone that's willing to work with us, because it doesn't require us, like I keep on hearing, like, the ability to heal something shouldn't require us to lower our standards in the process, is what I keep on hearing. One call, and thank you so much, Lucy. Hi there, Heather. You're so welcome, Chrissy. You're so welcome, Bridget. Yesterday, I realized I could love myself as much as I love others. I could move mountains. Oh, what a beautiful thing to say, little vamp. Absolutely beautiful. All right, my friends, final call for one card readings for any of my subscribers who have not had a card pulled, who would like a card pulled. Also, if you recharge your heart needs, you also have an animal spirit guide card on top of your one card pull. I want to remind you guys, one card for love on Heather, please. I feel like this is you coming to appreciate your energy and raising your standards. Let the pathwork of loving yourself move you into the healthy energetic connection. Yeah, especially with the Lover's card in the bottom of the deck. A healthy relationship will not require you to abandon yourself to move towards it. It's going to be a situation where you find yourself, not lose yourself. One card, animal spirit for Heather, please. Yeah, the crane, right? Like, it helps us see ourselves more clearly. So continue to build towards a connection. And I feel like the more you're able to understand and appreciate your energy, the more you're going to see the energy that appreciates you in a space that they honor the time that they have with you, rather than feeling like rather than like it almost feels like you're healing from someone that was trying to like lower your standards by holding themselves like ransom, right? That's like often the energy that says like I'm just fine by myself because we say what we mean what we say. We don't say things to get our way. I got you, Spirit Sarah, Spirit led for Sarah. Um, recognize the difference between an argument and a conflict. An argument is wanting the same things and just having different ways of going about it. A conflict is someone that wants something completely oppositional to you. And with an argument, we can usually feel like the conversation's productive because we just have different ways of getting there versus someone who's making it clear that they have want something vastly different than what you want. Bottom of the deck, especially as it relates to being prioritized. You should not feel like you have to argue with someone as to why they should prioritize you. You should just recognize whether they are or not. Thank you so much, Sarah. You're so welcome, Heather. My friends, I want to thank you guys so much for being here today, sharing in these messages. For those who missed the daily collective read, it'll be up later today on the place where we keep the photos. It'll also be up on the place where we keep the videos. It'll also be up as a podcast over on my spot at Tarot Church and over on my Substack. One card for Entheo, advice for tomorrow. Think about it ahead of time. Plan ahead for it, is what I keep on seeing. Make sure that you're articulating, like I keep on saying, plan ahead for what you want to talk about so that way you don't forget. Bottom of the deck, especially as it relates to relationship. I keep on hearing talking points, is what I keep on hearing. Make sure that you're bringing talking points, is what I keep on seeing. One card, animal spirit guide from Theo. Yeah, so that way you don't get distracted. It's like I keep on hearing stick to the conversation that you're hoping to have. You're welcome, dear. You're so welcome, Heather. You're so welcome, Sarah. We will be back tomorrow at 8 a.m. PST, 11 a.m. Eastern. If you would like to get on the list for tomorrow, the list is open. You'll be the first person read for, and the first person on the list will always, anyone who gets on the list today will have an additional card tomorrow. I want to thank you guys so much. For anyone who became a subscriber today, welcome. I would encourage you to head over to our subscriber-only Discord channel, introduce yourself to the collective. You'll also find in the perks section a special coupon code that will give you an additional discount to our Substack class subscription. Our class that we had earlier this week is now up. We focused our studies on the Temperance card. I want to thank you guys so much for being here today and sharing in these messages. Huge thank you to my followers, old and new. Thank you for being here and sharing your afternoon with me. Huge thank you to my subscribers. Your ongoing support means the absolute world to me. And the biggest thank you to my mods. I hope you guys have an absolutely beautiful day. Please take care of yourselves. Please take care of one another. And we'll do this again tomorrow. Have a great day, everyone.